going on, everybody? We're down here at Seb's Boxing Academy recording episode 3 of CBA Talk. I am Kris Johnson.
I am Cedric Johnson, known as Coach Seb. What's up, man?
What's going on, Dad?
It was some exciting boxing, man, that was Saturday, October the 8th. I'm going to tell you, the reason why I say exciting because it's always good to see some boxing as well, like with the boxing fans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's the great thing about it. You know what I'm saying? So, man, what you think? Who was in the ring?
It was Sebastian Fundora versus Carlos Ocampo.
Yes, Ocampo.
Good fight. There were some questionable things in the fight that happened that I do want to touch on later on this episode. But further than that, Sebastian was the favorite. Fundora, he was the favorite of the fight.
Yes, he was.
People were mainly there just to see him fight. Me personally, I knew him as a fighter. I never really sat down. I think I watched a couple of his fights. I remember he had a fight under I think it was Earl Spence and Garcia. I think he had a fight under them, and I think he fought under the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder undercard. I don't know if it was the second one or the third one, but he fought on the undercard of one of those fights too. So I've heard of his name. I've seen him fight once or twice here and there, but this was my first time actually sitting down and watching him fight. You know,
okay, so you think up and coming boxer, all right? We got a guy that's in the ring, man, that's 6'5" and a half, okay? Tall.
Yeah, he's tall.
Tall kid, you know what I'm saying? Got an 80-inch reach. You feel what I'm saying? So, did he use it that night? I
thought he used it. He used the jab pretty well, but he mostly fought inside that whole fight. He mostly fought inside that whole time. But he did say on the interview, on the post-fight interview, that he said he wanted to entertain the audience. He wanted to entertain the people and give them a good fight, which I understand that, but
okay, a good fight with Ocampo. So I'm not gonna take nothing away from that young man.
Yeah,
that young man fought his heart out.
Yeah, he did.
Seriously,
He really did.
Actually, I think the judges, it could have been different.
Okay, Fundora won the fight, but the judges, they made it. You should have seen the scorecards. The scorecards. Hold on, let me try to pull up the scorecards real quick. The scorecards were a little ridiculous. I'm just gonna say that they were.
But why you looking for the scorecards? And I'm gonna tell you, man. Like, you talking about a lot of things within that ring, like that was going on. Is this guy the top contender at that weight class that he's fighting? Because I know the weigh-ins. I think they weighed in. It was probably 154 pounds. Somewhere around there, and that weight class in the midst of one of the Charlo brothers, okay? In that weight class. Now, is he a fighter that could beat him? No,
not yet at least.
Okay, with that reach, I understand you can box a little bit, kind of get him out there, but man, Ocampo's came to fight, and I think he didn't have it. It wasn't a fair fight for him when you have the referee not on your side, and that could take a lot away from boxing.
It really can. Jack Reese was not
on his side.
He was not on his side on that night. He really wasn't.
And I'm gonna tell y'all why. You got referee Jack Reese.
Yeah.
Okay, did a horrible job. I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? You got it totally against Ocampo.
Yeah.
All right, you know, which was crazy. So the guy just was threatening that he was going to take money. Well, he was going to stop the fight if he wouldn't perform. How are a judge going to? Okay, I could see if Sebastian was hitting him
and he was
off balance,
stumbling and going back,
couldn't get right in the ring. But nah, the kid was there coming on him every time.
He really was. He really was.
A lot of punishment. We're not going to let this go on unless he brings it to the table and he says, okay. He has nothing on his part. His body language is he's falling all over the place.
So when you got being a boxer, professional fighter, you got the referee that's not on your side, and you fighting your heart out. Now we talking about two top champions. And this was for the WBC belt, I'm thinking.
Yeah, this for the I forgot what.
It was the WBC.
Yeah, it was WBC.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was WBC. Yeah.
So, fighters out there, hey, look. You can't rely on the referees. You can't rely on the referees.
Yeah.
You got and then they tried to find.
Yeah, because
the team Ocampo.
Because there was water on the they were in the corner.
The bag broke.
Broke.
He blamed them that they stalled time to break the water on the ground to make it slippery, which was crazy.
Crazy.
You have to review it. Boxing fans, go if you ain't seen that fight, it was crazy.
Go back on YouTube and rewatch it and look how Jack Reese was on him. He was on that whole fight.
That man tough. And he came to fight and was doing an awesome job.
Yeah, he did a good job. I have to give it to him. And that's what I have to say about the judges' scorecards. See, I knew that Sebastian Fundora won the fight. I knew he won the fight, especially on the last 2 rounds. He won the fight. But I felt like the fight was close. I don't feel like Sebastian destroyed him the whole fight. The judges, one judge had it 117 to 111. Okay, that's a little 117 to 111. If I were to look at the scorecards and never watch the fight, I would have been like, oh, okay, he must have destroyed this guy. He must have destroyed him.
Yeah.
He must have demolished this guy the whole fight. But he really didn't. He really didn't.
It was a close fight,
Sebastian,
man. I mean, he got out. The kid came to fight. I mean, the kid came to fight.
Yeah, that was.
Ocampo's came to fight, and I think the way they scored it was a kind of offsided. And what got me was crazy, especially in boxing. Even after the fight, you have the referee. I don't know if he's a big fan of this young man, Sebastian, but he was in the picture, man. Like, is it fair for referees to take a picture with the group? Like he was happy that he just.
Yeah, he was smiling.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? He was a part of that team.
Yeah.
Now I can understand if you was in a back room, the fight is over, and the referee kind of just taking a picture to have, for his picture,
just whatever.
For his collection.
Yeah.
Of upcoming champions. But he was in a ring. The reason why I say that because he was not on Ocampo's side, Carlos Ocampo's side that whole fight, man. And for fighters, I think, man, the kid fought his heart out, but he was
even the commentators. You could hear it when Jack. And then if you notice, every time they went back to their corners at the end of every round, you saw that Jack Reese kept on going to Ocampo's corner every single time.
Oh,
he kept on going to his corner.
Yeah, and I didn't understand that. He was threatening him
to stop the fight.
Because he wasn't
looking good, or his body language.
His body language wasn't performing the way I guess the ref thought it was. I mean, we're talking about a 12-round championship bout, and the kid was still there.
I don't know.
Not to take nothing from Fundora, but I'm gonna tell you, man, that young kid ain't nothing special to me. Like everybody think he was that during that fight.
During that night, yeah.
Because what they got him ranked number 3? I think he's number 3.
Number 2. I think he's under.
He ain't number 2. One of the Jamel Charlo's won.
Yeah, he's a champion.
Yeah, he's a champion.
I think Brian Castillo was number 1, and then Fundora, because I saw him.
Okay. Yeah. 1, 2,
and then he's number 2. So
who's out there in that class, man?
Really, Brian Castillo and one of the Charlo brothers. That's really it. There's really no one really in that weight class because they fought in super welterweight.
Right.
So there's really no one in that class. I mean, at least no one for Sebastian. I mean, nothing really impressed me, really. He didn't use, like I said before, he said that he wanted to fight inside to give the people a show, which I understand. But he didn't really do anything to amaze me. He didn't do anything to make me go, oh wow, he looks like a contender for the championship. He looks like he could go against Charlo and give him a good fight. I didn't see nothing like that. And
you're right.
I know he's a young kid. He's 20-0 with 1 draw, but I don't know. I feel like if he were to go against a worthy opponent,
right.
a top tier champion, I feel like he would have a very
He'd be
hard
in trouble.
time.
I mean, you're talking about a kid that's right now that's 20-0.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't say, okay, I can see if the kid was 16-0. That's different, man. 16-0, or even 15-0, where he's building and can work around different people.
Yeah.
The dude is 20-0. Good kid, as in he don't talk a lot of smack.
Yeah.
And I respect fighters like that.
Fan favorite. He's a fan favorite.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a time in boxing where are you too soft, as in
too
nice.
Yeah.
And taking it into the ring, and it looked like he was a slow starter too, because he didn't get bacon till he didn't get working everything until
the later rounds,
and then he decided to go in the inside.
Yeah, which I kind of really didn't understand. I mean, like I said before, he wanted to entertain, but you're in a weight class where there's good fighters, and you can't just. I mean, I understand giving people a good show, but you could have finished that boy. You could have finished him and basically made like a.
Well, I don't think he could have finished him, but I don't think he got the power.
I mean,
to
from
finish.
the way that
he
Jack
got the
on him,
reach. I mean, he would have finished him. He would have finished him. The kid can't finish him. He would have finished him. I mean, Earl Spence knocked him out. Ocampo's out. What?
Round one.
4 years ago.
This is back in 2018. Yeah. Yeah.
Not a big fan.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sebastian. Not a big fan yet. Yet.
Unless he can change something. I don't know.
Okay, change something. Beat the Charlo brother.
Yeah.
Change something. I bet they won't never fight.
I think they're trying to. I'm not gonna say they're trying to protect him.
Okay, go ahead and fight. It's a lot of champions that was like rated number 4 on down to I think like 7. That was from other countries, man.
Yeah.
Go against them. Before you
might as well build that record up.
Because it ain't too many in that weight class to really.
Yeah, there's really not many big names.
Ain't no big name
class.
You know, so fight the overseas guys. I think that's gonna be it.
And also, he was getting caught a lot of that fight. That's why I said I thought the fight was a lot closer than it was, because Sebastian was getting caught. Dad, you could agree with me. He was getting caught in that fight.
Yes, he was getting caught.
He was getting caught with hooks that he shouldn't have been getting caught with.
He was getting caught, and he made a comment that Campos was beat up a little bit. Yeah, he was beat up. Both of those guys was beat up.
Yeah.
He had scars on his face too. He wasn't blocking and shielding nothing.
Yeah, he wasn't
like it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So that's it is what it is. But the kid, not a big fan at this moment. How about you?
Not a big fan either. Sebastian didn't wow me. He didn't amaze me. He didn't do anything to make me go wow. He looks like he'd give one of the Charlo brothers a problem. I didn't see that at all. I feel like one of the Charlo brothers will run right through him. That's what I feel like.
What'd you think about the undercard? Was the undercard interesting too? I ain't gonna name no fighters that fought on there, but just was the undercard built up pretty good for that type of fight?
The undercard was cool and all that. It was a good little main event for Sebastian, knowing that he's a top. He's a prospect that he's coming up. I feel like that was a good little main event for him, because I think that's his first main event that he's. I think it is. I think
so.
Don't quote me on that. I think.
But I'm gonna tell you, man. Showtime, I'm gonna keep my eye on you. Showtime.
I don't know what's going on.
Y'all protect fighters too much, especially with the referee. That's one thing that bothers me. I know I'm gonna get off this subject of the referee, but y'all saw the fight. Boxing fans, you seen the fight. You seen how the ref did, and I don't.
That was weird. That was
it was weird.
That was really weird. Jack Reese was very, very, like he was one-sided. Like he was only on one person's side. Like he wanted Sebastian to win. I don't know. That was odd. Even the commentators were like that. They were questioning why Jack Reese would threaten to stop the fight because of his body language. That's like, I mean, yeah, he was getting caught, but he was also throwing shots back, and he was working. He was in there working and looking good. Yeah, he maybe got caught with a couple jabs and a couple hooks, but he came back. He came back and threw some.
I give a clap to Ocampo. Keep it up, champ. Yeah. Don't let this this fight that you lost distract you. Come back as a champion. I think you got a little bit in you. Full respect. And I'm interested to see the future of Sebastian Fundora. I'm interested to see the future of that young man.
I'm gonna keep my eye on him. I'm gonna see if I see something with him and Charlo. I don't know. I might have to put my money on Charlo. I mean, I'm just saying. I didn't see anything that impressed me with Sebastian Fundora. Yeah, I understand that he's tall and he has the reach, but I mean, I think Earl Spence said something about him being a one-trick pony or something like that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, man. He said Sebastian Fundora is a one-trick pony. So it was like, I don't know. That was and I'm not gonna say I agree with him, but I'm gonna say I didn't see much from. I guess you can fight inside and you can use your arm reach, but if you go against a good opponent, are you going to be able to do all of that?
Right, exactly. You're right about that. You're right.
Like, I don't know. Sebastian Fundora didn't really impress me. I do want to see him fight again. I'm not saying that I wouldn't want to. He's not a boring fighter. That's one thing that I'll give him. He's not boring.
Right, exactly.
He's not a boring fighter. I will watch his fight. The fight was entertaining. I love the fight. The fight was entertaining. Far more entertaining than some of the past fights that I've seen. But nothing impressed me with Sebastian. So other than that, yeah. You know.
Now the other boxing news that you was huffing and puffing about, man.
Now this was I think the fight was supposed to happen. It was supposed to happen. It was supposed to happen last Saturday. It was Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank Jr. Now, man, Conor was caught using something. He failed a drug test.
Following news.
Surprise, surprise, he was caught.
Conor Benn has been tested positive
for something. I forgot what it was called. Chlorophene, I think it was called. I don't know. I searched up on what he used.
Trace of amount of some chlorophene.
Something like that. I don't know what he was. I don't know what he was caught with. I don't know what he was doing. I searched up what he used, and I saw a bunch of stuff about pregnancy. I'm like, what was he? What are you doing? What's going on?
My nature, as in, be natural. Be natural. I don't have nothing to say. Be natural. Boxing is a tough sport already. People die in that ring, and to do steroids or anything to put in your body. I'm a former fighter, amateur. I did everything natural, never messed with nothing like that. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. You
just
know what
like Canelo, he was caught using something. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
It's like, everyone, there's always something. There's always something.
Yeah.
Like, I was really excited for this fight too, because this is their fathers fought back in the day. I
was looking forward to see that fight too.
Yeah, their fathers fought back in the day.
That was the big hype of that.
I don't know all the history, but I know that their fathers fought. I think they had 2 fights or 3 fights. Their fathers. So I was excited to see the sons fight. Obviously, Conor Benn is undefeated, and Chris Eubank he's like 30-something with 2 losses. But I was excited to see the fight because I knew it was going to be a good fight.
So is he the promoter of Eddie Hearns?
Yeah, he's signed with Eddie Hearns, and then they were going to fight on DAZN. I was very excited for that fight, but when I heard that it got postponed because Conor Benn failed a drug test and was caught with something, I was like, of course.
He got suspended?
They might suspend him for 4 years, I think. Something about like him getting suspended for using some illegal substance that he put inside his body. 4 years.
Conor Benn. Get a thumbs down for me.
Yeah, man, I like Conor Benn. I've seen some of his fights. He's a very strong fighter. I like to say that, very strong. Like, he has the natural ability to knock somebody out when he wants to, because he's knocked out tons of his opponents.
Yeah.
So he's very strong, very strong. aggressive fighter. So I was very excited to see this fight. I was very excited to see Conor Benn get in there with Chris Eubank, and I was just gonna see a good fight.
I was excited. It was exciting. So I was exciting to see it as well. So,
but sadly, you know, Conor Benn had to fail a drug test, and obviously the fight's now canceled.
Not fail a drug test, but he had to use drugs to conquer his wins. That's the way I take it, and that ain't fair.
That ain't fair.
No respect. Thumbs down.
Thumbs down, man. That was
out the gate.
Ruined everything because he wanted to take something.
You know,
I don't know.
That's not good for boxing.
I don't know what the goal was. I don't know if you were taking it to get down a certain weight. I don't know if you were trying to build something inside you, but whatever.
Man, fighters know. You know, we fighters and trainers know. This is a sport where you can't do that. You know, So, but you know, it is what it is, and good luck.
Yeah, that was not. That was not. I didn't expect that. You know, I was very excited to see that. Eddie Hearns, they promoted that fight like crazy. I was very excited to see it. I mean, I don't know if Conor Benn ever been caught using anything before. This is my first time ever hearing him use something. But I don't know if this is his first time. I don't know if he's used it before in a fight. Hopefully not.
That fight
hope not.
Supposed to have been what, in New York, right?
I think it was.
Oh, I think so.
I think it was.
Yeah, New York, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but yeah, I bet Eddie Hearns was mad. I bet he was mad. They promoted that fight like crazy.
Yeah.
They promoted that. I saw that fight everywhere on Instagram, Facebook. I saw that fight YouTube. I saw that fight on everywhere. They were promoting that fight like crazy. But I know Eddie Hearns is mad. I would be mad too if I was him, hearing that someone failed a drug test and now the fight got to be canceled. I know people that paid for tickets are mad. I know they're mad too. Like everyone's mad. Everyone's mad. Everyone's mad at him. Yeah. I don't know how Chris Eubank Jr. is feeling about it.
Disappointed training camp.
Yeah.
Team in general.
I don't know what him and his team were doing. I don't know if it was Conor Benn that decided to do it himself. I don't know if his team, I don't know what he was doing to make him get to this point of taking it. Like I said before, I don't know the reasoning behind it. I don't know if he was trying to cheat. I don't know if he's a cheater at all. Because usually when I hear people use something, it's either to get an advantage or something like
yeah, definitely.
I don't know if he was trying to get an advantage. I don't know if he was trying to cheat. I don't know what he was doing.
But he wasn't doing nothing. He wasn't doing something right.
Yeah, it wasn't right. And it's not like he was gonna go past the drug test. It's not like he was just gonna, let me just take this. I'll probably get past it.
Nah, boxing check everything, man.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking.
I don't understand. They check gloves and everything. So,
well, that's really all I have to say. With Conor Benn and Sebastian Fundora and all that. My name is Kris Johnson.
I'm Cedric Johnson, known as Coach Ced.
Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below, and give your thoughts on Sebastian Fundora and what you think about him and what you have to say about Conor Benn and the whole drug test situation. Comment down below on all of that. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow my Instagram, follow my dad's Instagram, and make sure to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything like that. Yeah, that's what I have to say. We'll be releasing new videos weekly. We'll be talking about Deontay Wilder and all them next week when that fight happens, which I'm very excited for.
Me too.
So in the meantime, we'll see y'all later.
And we out.